You know, my passion for giving back started a long time ago, and it came from the dignity of knowledge. I love to read books and I love to learn and try to discover how are people the happiest in life? Is it because you play basketball? Is it because you grow tall? Is it because of what is the reason? And, I saw quotes like from Henry David Thoreau, goodness is the only investment that never fails. Or a quote from Winston Churchill, living is all about what you get, but living is really all about what you give. And so I've come up with my own tagline, which is living is giving, and giving is truly living. My goal in life, in trying to have goodness being the only investment, is to give back to children and our youth so they can have a viable, happy, strong, and intensive life like I've had, full of love and heart. And that's really why I think that my background and passion to give back is really based on happiness. Lee called me up one day and said, hey, we would like an opportunity to have you come in and meet with Attitudes in Reverse and understand what we're doing, because you are focused on children and youth, and so are they. So I've been blessed in my life to suddenly figure out what the purpose is of Attitudes in Reverse, which is known as AIR, and what great work they do to ensure that our youth and our children are strong and they're getting stronger. And this is around a charter, a mission, around helping people to be educated about mental illness, anxiety, and depression in our youth, and finding ways to build communities of kindness, generosity, caring and sharing people who will help in the cause. I never had a relationship with AIR. I never really even thought, like many people on this earth, we don't really think about mental illness. We don't really think about youth committing suicide or being distraught. We don't really think that way. We got our own lives we're running around with. So we need organizations like Attitude in Reverse that can actually go out there and help build communities of kindness, generosity, and educate. People need education on what this mental illness is and how to stem it, how to steer around it, and make sure that their child, next door children, are going to be safe and strong. So that's really the greatness, I believe, of Attitudes in Reverse. The impact that Attitudes in Reverse has to have, which is why we're here tonight. It's their benediction, it's their creed, it's their charter, is to ensure that one more life is safe. Isn't it easy for me to say 1 million people committed suicide? 54% increase for ages 10 to 24. Guess what? It's easy to say that. One life counts. If all of us can save one life, imagine what we've done. One of the things that got me really emotionally tied to Attitudes pretty quickly was I lost a friend of mine. His name is Barry Giblin, also known as Gibby. By the way, this guy was an all-state running back. He was built like the Fortress of Knox. He was powerful. Everyone loved him. He had friends, everybody. Within 3 years, Gibby was gone. Strong still, but he was gone. So I had a personal experience, and I keep thinking, what should I have said? What should I have done? I would tell Gibby, never let your heart battle your mind, because if you let your heart battle your mind, you're going to lose. But he didn't quite ever understand that. His heart would tell him this, his mind would tell him this, and that conflict conflated him, his esprit de corps in his life. So I've had a personal experience, and I'm blessed to be here tonight to try to do something about it, not only for Gibby and Kenny, but every other young child, every other youth across America, on the backs of this great organization called Attitudes in Reverse. There is no better feeling than to be in a room with so many people giving, so many people caring. This enclave is just so delicious, but we're all so very grateful for all that have helped us tonight. And we're going to try to do our part to give back. So we'll talk about that later tonight, but we really appreciate it. And there's nothing better than to know that all these hearts and souls are here tonight to help Attitudes in Reverse, help Dennis, help Kurt, help Caitlin, help Trisha, and most of all, to remember that Kenny could have been mine, and Kenny is mine, and Kenny could have been yours, and Kenny is yours in your heart, in your mind, and you've been shown it by giving back. So thank you for giving back, and God bless us all.